Minnesota Vikings general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah gets a lot of flack, gets a lot of stick from fans saying not buying into the analytics point of view, or, oh, what about his draft class, bro? I mean, last year, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff, right? But 13-4 last year, won the division. Not a bad start for the first-year GM, and now in the second draft and offseason at the helm of the Vikings. Overall, the Vikings did pretty damn good this offseason. I think Kwesi went big brain time. He's playing 70 underwater chess while the rest of the GMs in the National Football League are at like the kindergartner's table eating paste. That's what they're doing, man. And the Vikings came in cap hell. All right, so they're $15 million over the 2023 salary cap. Now, a lot of that was not Kwesi's fault. A lot of that was bad Spielman contracts that they had to clean up, and overall, Kwesi and capologist Rob Brzezinski, they did that. So they cleared up some bad contract off the books. Thielen was let go. Kendricks was let go. Diesel Alvin Tomlinson was let walk for massive amounts of money to the Browns. Duke Shelley, unfortunately, wasn't retained. They cut Cam Dancer. They didn't bring back Patrick Peterson, but they did resign a couple members of their core. They brought back Bradbury at a discount. They brought back a lot of offensive linemen at a significant discount, and overall, they kept guys in the fold at values that make a lot of sense. And also, they're able to spend in free agency. Again, despite coming in significantly over the cap, hashtag cap is a myth, the Vikings were able to free up some cap space and bring in guys like Josh Oliver, the best blocking tight end in the game, Marcus Davenport, who is still has the potential to be one of the better pass rushers in the National Football League. Byron Murphy is going to help secure the secondary. Dean Lowry is going to be solid along the defensive line. Brandon Powell is going to be great as wide receiver 4 or 5 and punt returner. Troy Reeder has some nice depth for the linebacking core, as well as Joe Juan Williams is going to be in the mix as well. Plus, they still haven't decided yet what they're going to do with Dalvin Cook and Zadarius Smith, and maybe Danielle Hunter. I don't know. But like I said, this cap issue wasn't really Kwesi's fault. The draft picks issue coming in, a little bit Kwesi's fault. So, yes, the Vikings didn't have a second-round pick this year or a third-rounder next year because of the Hockenson trade. I'm perfectly fine with that. They also didn't have a fourth-rounder because he moved up for Caleb Evans in the draft last year, and they didn't have a seventh-rounder because of the Jalen Reagor trade. So, other than that, I think we're good to go. But still, I like the draft. I understand this is the internet and we're not supposed to like anything, but Addison is an automatic playmaker on that offense, and all of a sudden the Vikings passing game is going to be elite. Blackman is super feisty and super going to get after it at corner on the outside. Jay Ward is a tackling machine as well as a special teams guru. He's going to be really good in two phases. Jaquelin Roy is going to add some really nice depth to the defensive line, playing 5-tech and pass rushing nose tackle. Jaron Hall is a super upside guy that could develop into the primary backup, maybe even more. Not bad for a fifth rounder. And Dwayne McBride, again, in terms of running back values, getting the rushing champ in the seventh round, where maybe he won't be a lead back, but could he be a key part of a running back by committee? Yes, he absolutely could and should. And UDFAs, now I understand you're saying, well, Kwesi just got lucky because he just offered more money and UDFAs. That's exactly what undrafted free agency is. Who's got the most money, who's got the best facilities, and who has the best opportunities. That's what the Vikings did. Andre Carter could have been a day 2 pick. Ivan Pace Jr. could have been a high third-round pick. Knowles and Thomas could have been drafted, and no one would have blinked an eye. Also, Jackie Chen, our guy. So overall, Kwesi did a damn fine job in free agency. He did a damn fine job with the draft as well as undrafted free agency. Pretty damn good, man. Plus, you factor in, I know a lot of people point out, last year's draft class was a bust. You can't really judge a draft class until about 3 years in. Let these guys get their footing. And yeah, Kwesi didn't know that Cine was going to break his leg. Kwesi didn't know that Booth was going to have medical issues, although he had them all over at Clemson. Kwesi didn't know that Evans was going to have a couple nice games and then have 3 concussions. He didn't know that Ed Ingram was going to struggle out the gate, even though he improved towards the end of the season. He didn't know. He didn't know that Asamoah and Otamoa weren't going to get the time of day from Donatel. But this draft class, I count 5 key contributors on defense, either starters or high-end rotational guys. Ed Ingram, year 2, I think could be solid. Ty Chandler, I'm excited to see what he can do, especially if the Vikings do move on from Dalvin Cook. Jalen Naylor, I think, could get into the mix as well. So this draft class, I think, is going to look a lot better after this next season than right now. So overall, yeah, I think Kwesi is making all the right moves, and he did work this offseason where he didn't have a lot of cap space and didn't have a lot of draft picks. And there's other GMs around the league who had infinite cap space and nearly infinite draft picks. And I'll take the Vikings offseason over them. Just happens, man. Anyways, your thoughts on our thoughts. Vikings general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah did the damn job. Did some damn work this offseason despite limited resources. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.